Hello, all, and welcome to All Red. Well, who starts for Liverpool against Sheffield United at Anfield? It is going to be a cup final for the Reds because every game, every remaining match is now absolutely crucial to get maximum points. So, who starts in the cup final against Sheffield United at Anfield? Well, I don't think there's going to be any surprises here because I think the starting lineup is very, very similar to the starting lineup that went out against Brighton. So let's get started. It's Quaven Kelleher. Allison is not yet back. I think still got a couple weeks left. And Quaven Kelleher has shown that he is the man. I would not start anyone else in his place because he is a world class number two. All right. Back line. All right. I'd like to see a little bit more from our back line. Okay. I'd like to see a back line that is tighter, a back line that is more readily available to cut off counterattacks. And I'd like to see a clean sheet, please, or at least not conceding in the first 30 seconds of the game. Okay. All right. No, I'm not being hard on the boys. Okay. But we've conceded first a lot. A lot. I think in the last 3 or 4 matches at least, we conceded first against Brighton. We conceded first against City. We didn't even concede a goal against Nottingham Forest. But did we concede first against Luton? Let me look. We did. We did. We conceded in the 12th minute against Luton Town. Okay? And that was at home. What about the Brentford Bees? What about those Brentford Bees? No, we didn't. It was 3-0 and then they scored one. What about Burnley? What about those Burnsters? No, we didn't concede first, but it was 1-1 at half. And then, of course, Arsenal, we did concede first there. So many, 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 many matches where we've conceded first, and I want to see our back line. I really want to see them not do that, okay? No conceding first, please. All right, who starts on the back line? Well, I think it's exactly the same as the back line that came out against Brighton. It's Van Dijk and Kwanzaa in the middle. I don't know what's going on with Kanate. Is he back? Is he fit? Is he ready? Is he still injured? I feel like he's still injured. Needless to say, I think it's Virgil, Captain Veg, and Gerald Kwanzaa. On the outsides, it's Connor Bradley and Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez, expect to see him a lot unless Andy Robertson is back and fit. I, for one, am okay with that. Andy Robertson, still world class, one of the Premier League's greatest ever left backs. But Joe Gomez has done a fantastic job, and we don't have the attacking prowess when he's in, so we're going to need more from our midfield and our front three. But he's a very apt defender. Typically, will make one mistake in a game where it's like, "No, Joe, what are you doing?" But he'll recover and he'll put in a good shift. And then Connor Bradley on the right. I want to see a little bit more from Connor Bradley. He had that screaming start to his career, first team career this season, with that masterclass against Chelsea. I feel like he's still making runs. He's still making some great plays. I want to see him get an assist or maybe a goal, but I'll take an assist. Okay. All right, that's our back line. How can you even switch up these next 6 players right now? You can't. So again, no surprise here. What we're looking at, Wataru Endo in that 6 role. He has just absolutely exploded on the scene, especially in the past 3 or 4 months. And that's with him being out for a month with his Japanese duty. But Wataru Endo is an absolute mainstay now in our midfield. He is world class, number 6. And then Domi Schlabbers and one of the best in the world right now, Alexis McAllister. What's the conversation around Alexis McAllister right now? Because I, for one, think that he is a top 3 midfielder in the Premier League right now. Uh, and I don't even know who gets ahead of him. Like who else? Who would you want right now, current form, in place of Alexis McAllister? Who would you want? I don't. De Bruyne? Would you pick De Bruyne right now? De Bruyne is getting subbed off in the 60th minute in games because he's getting bottled. I mean, come on. He's getting pocketed. Alexis McAllister. Uh, he is making a claim for Player of the Year. Certainly for Liverpool, potentially for the Premier League, because uh, he's been in all season long. He has started well, and then he's only gotten better every single week. And so, whew, our number 10, he is magical. Our Argentinian wonder boy, Alexis McAllister. Um, he's just fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic. And then Dominic Slobbers, I've been talking about him kind of being back. I feel like that game that he just had against Brighton really showed that he's starting to click again. I think the injury that maybe the two injuries that he sustained really took him out of it, took him out of the rhythm. And don't forget, this is his first season in the Premier League. Unlike Alexis McAllister, who has been in the Premier League for years at Brighton, Soboslai's first introduction to the Premier League, which is always difficult. It's always difficult to come in, especially as a midfielder, especially as a number 8 who's supposed to be that engine room. Domi Schlabbers feels like he is really starting to hit the ground running. And are we going to see him finally kind of hit that peak this season? We thought he was there earlier in the season. He's made a claim that that was not his peak. He has more. He can be even better than that, which I'm excited to see. But that game he just had against Brighton, he was making runs. He was strong. Obviously, that pass he had to McAllister to set up the Salah goal was just ridiculous. So Domi Schlabbers, I hope, is back, and I hope is even going to be better than he was before that injury. Um, Front three, once again, no surprise. It's Mo Salah, it's Luis Diaz, and it's Darwin Núñez. I think the big question mark here is, can we start to see some rhythm? Can we start to see some passing and some link up play that really shows that this front three knows each other, is comfortable with each other, can kind of know what each other is thinking? We had that when we had Firmino, Mane, and Salah. I don't feel like we've kind of hit that ability yet with Diaz and Núñez kind of making their claim where Mane and Firmino have left. When are we going to see that? When are we going to see that seamless kind of transition from, hey, we get the ball back, defense gets the ball back, we're in transition, and now our front three are just linking up. They're moving, they're passing. It seems like before a player would even get the ball, we saw this with Mane, we saw this with Firmino, with Salah. Before they would even get the ball, they knew what the other two were going to do, and they would make the play, they would make the pass that would open up the defense. So I want to start to see that. I think Sheffield at home is a perfect match to start seeing that, and I hope we do, because I think that'll just open up the goals, and we won't be having these 1-0, 2-1 wins over clubs that we should be comfortably winning against. So I think also the having Salah out for a while probably messed up some of that rhythm. We were starting to see that with Darwin Núñez. It seemed like he was assisting Salah goals every week, every game. And now, we haven't seen that quite as much from the front three. But I do think it's Darwin, Luis Diaz, and Salah starting at the top. And this is gonna be a fun one. It'll be a Premier League game, so it's not a given. But Sheffield at Anfield, I think, will be a fun match to watch. And I think Anfield's going to show up once again. I think they're going to show up for the remaining, hopefully, 11 matches, 9 Premier League, 2 in the Europa League. And I think Anfield will continue to show up in full support, louder than any stadium in England. And I, for one, just love hearing the support. I talked about it last game when we were down 1-0 to Brighton for, what was it, about 27, 28 minutes. Liverpool, every attack, there was this swell, this tidal wave of support coming from Anfield. And it was just beautiful to listen to. I'm sure it was even, infinitely more powerful being there. But hey, go to Anfield. If you're going to the match, don't sit down. Keep yelling. Keep, if it's 4-0, keep supporting the boys. Of course, 4-0 Liverpool. I should think I was saying 4-0 Liverpool, 6-0 Liverpool, whatever it is. Hey, if it's 1-1, if it's 1-0, Liverpool down, continue the support like you've been doing these past few weeks and months, because Anfield is absolutely an unfair advantage for Liverpool when they play there, because it is just an incredible scene that most teams cannot handle. So anyways, that's my starting 11 against Sheffield. It's a cup final. And we all know what cup finals are like. They're not easy. Sheffield is fighting, and Liverpool have to have 3 points. This is a match where they absolutely have to get 3 points. We cannot drop points. So even though Sheffield is, for all intents and purposes, they're basically relegated. But hey, a team in a position like that, they've got nothing to lose. I mean, there's literally no pressure on them. If they were to get 3 points, maybe that gives them hope of somehow squeaking out of that relegation zone. But they're currently, 10 points down? So, anyways, big match, big cup final, up the Reds.
Thanks for watching this all-red clip. If you liked the video, click the like button and comment below. Let me know something about whatever it is you want to say. And, of course, consider joining the All Red community by subscribing to this channel. It's fast, it's easy, it's free, and it's all red. And you're welcome to stay here and keep watching this video as long as you like. But I actually need to go. So, thank you. I'll see you later.